So we are in the NBA Finals. The Hawks haven't been here since 1961, where they lost to the Celtics, and they were still in St. Louis then. So needless to say, it's been a very long time since we've been here, and we finally made it. But who are we going up against? Well, it was one of two teams, and if you didn't see it in the thumbnail already, the New Orleans Pelicans came out on top to face us in the finals. Young superstar versus young superstar in the Trey Zion matchup, but the Pelicans have quite the supporting cast, with old man Kyle Lowry, Mitchell Robinson, Steven Adams, Jackson Hayes, Brooke Lopez. Yes, 3 of those 4 names were centers, but they still also have Ingram, Lonzo Ball, obviously Zion. Nickeil Alexander-Walker has turned into something pretty nice, so there'll be a tough matchup for sure. But I think we've got a solid chance to win this series if we can keep up offensively. So let's get to New Orleans for Game 1 of the NBA Finals, where we go head-to-head with the Pelicans. The game actually starts off with like 4 misses in a row in true NBA Finals fashion. You'll notice they went to Zion in the post immediately, the first one ending in just a missed fader and the second one with him getting blocked. Some promising signs early on, but I wouldn't get your hopes up. But Capella not being able to post up is definitely still a thing, unfortunately. The Pelicans get on the board first, with Lonzo getting the ball to Zion in the paint, who obviously is going to score over Trey. We don't play with layups though, so we're going to one-up the Pels with the patented Trey Capella lob. Right off the bat, we also get reminded that Middleton isn't super quick. It was Harden last series, and now it's Ingram blowing by him. Then Zion makes it worse and actually hits a 3. And we're down 7-2 real quick in this game. Trey finds Collins, though, for the dunk. Only took us a minute. And then Trey ties the game up for us at 9, greening his 3 coming off the screen. When Alexander Walker is on cam, it's honestly pretty easy points. We need to attack that in this series. I mean, I say that, and probably never will, don't worry about it. But Middleton's matchup is scoring again. Should I hold it against him because it's Ingram? Probably not, but I will anyway. To his credit, he does hit a moving mid-range jumper on the next possession. Maybe I'm being a bit too harsh. To his credit again, he's not the only one getting scored on. Trey just lets Lonzo by him for the easy dunk, and we're tied again. But then we allow a bunch of 3s in a row. Ingram got one. Alexander Walker got one because of some unnecessary jumping. I mean, even Lonzo got himself one. Then Zion gets some post-up shots, I'm pretty sure, and we end up in a little deficit. Lucky for us, Trey's already on it, and he gets the dish to Middleton for the green 3. Only a 6-point game now. Then Ingram scores again though, and honestly I won't even really blame Middleton for it. He got a decent contest. I mean, we get hoed by 2K, who, instead of throwing a lob to Capella, it tried to throw it to Collins. And that allows the Pels to get on the fast break, where they're just going to make it a 10-point game. Nice job, guys. So let's just go ahead and get Trey in a floppy. Yep, that's all we needed. Then Herter comes in and hits a shot off the floppy set with his foot on the line, and also comes and scores on the fast break. So the deficit is manageable. And when I say manageable, I mean it's non-existent because it's tied thanks to Herter. He basically saved our first quarter. And when I say tied, I mean not tied because Brandon Ingram hit a half-court shot. So it's one of those type of games, huh? And this play right here about sums up our second quarter. We attempt to run a pick and roll and just turn the ball over. And as if that's not bad enough, we allow easy points on the fast break in addition to that. I mean, the Pelicans are one of the best fast break teams in the league, but still. We'll at least get an and one on Zion before things get too out of hand. We survived until Trey came back in. But then I actually managed to have a successful ISO attempt that isn't hideous. It only took me being on one of the slowest guys in 2K. Then for some reason, the CPU decides triple teaming Trey is the right option. So Cam is wide open and he greens the 3. It's our first lead in a while. Although Lonzo takes the lead right back, I'm not even sure where Trey was on that one. Trey helps tie the game up, getting the dish to Middleton for 3. Trey has a double-double before halftime. 10 assists, 10 points. So we're all tied up at 68 going into the second half. And then the third quarter, is nothing more than a back and forth and wasn't too interesting, besides the fact that Okongwu scored a bunch of points. And also, both teams almost scored 100 points by the end of the third. This has been quite the offensive matchup. We'll start the fourth quarter a few minutes in with Trey hitting a mid-range jumper off the out-of-bounds play. You'll also notice his stamina is pretty low, and we still have almost 9 minutes left in the game. On the other end, you can see that Zion is just ignoring John's contest to give the Pelicans a 2-point lead. You'll also notice here that Middleton is pretty gassed with a few minutes left, and with Lowry putting us down 4, we're in a bit of a predicament here. Middleton mitigates the damage driving past Ingram, so hopefully we can survive for a minute. And then Zion, with his takeover, puts that back at a 4-point game, and as much as I'd like to not, I have to take out Trey and Middleton for a couple minutes. I don't want to risk any injuries, and we still have about 7 minutes to go in the game. I also want them to be useful in the final minutes, so we'll have to survive for a couple of minutes while they sit on the bench. Unfortunately for us, our second possession results in a careless turnover, which in turn allows for yet another 2 points off of our turnovers for the Pelicans. So we're down 6. Then after going scoreless again, Zion pushes that lead to 8 with Middleton and Trey on the bench. Yikes. Herter finally gets something for us to go on our 4th attempt, reining things back in a little with his 3. But after getting scored on yet again, we've got to take a timeout and get our guys back in. We've only scored once with them being out, and there's no way we can win the game playing like this. On the first possession back, Trey finds Cam, who greens the 3. That's got to be Dimer at work, ladies and gentlemen. Then on the very next possession, Middleton is driving past Ingram again for 2 points. And just like that, it's the 3-point game. But Ingram cannot be stopped in this game. Not that you know, because I'm a great editor. And then Lowry cares way too much about Trey and not enough about Middleton, which results in 3 points and Trey's 16th assist of the game. Ingram is hell-bent on keeping us at arm's length, though. He gets yet another shot to go. Trey easily takes those points back on old man Lowry, putting him at 19 points in the game. But Trey gets double-teamed, and instead of passing it to Cam like I wanted, 2K has me pass to Middleton, which results in a steal for the CPU. I paused out of frustration, and then Lonzo gets the score on the other end to make it a 4-point game late in the 4th. Lucky for me, when it's appropriate to pass to Middleton, Trey gets it there for a clutch 3-pointer. It's a 3-point game, and after the failed floppy instead of passing to Collins like I wanted, 2K yet again has me pass it somewhere else. But Trey actually manages to get a pass to the right person through the double team, and Cam takes the huge shot to tie up the game for us. Clutch Cam ties it at 127 all with about 30 seconds left in the game. Zion has been sitting in the paint for a minute now, huh, ref? Thank you. The Pelicans have a costly turnover with about 22 seconds left in the game, giving us a chance to take the shot for the win. For the final shot, we'll go with a Trey Capella pick and roll, but they leave Collins open and he greens it. Collins puts us up 3 with 3 seconds left. We've had a clutch 3s from Cam and Collins in the final couple of minutes. Ingram actually gets a decently good look to force overtime, but it doesn't go. So we escape Game 1 of the NBA Finals with a 3-point win thanks to some really clutch performances. We win Game 1 despite a really bad game turnover-wise. We had 22 of them, with the Pelicans getting 28 points off of that. We did get 49 bench points, and we did shoot 50% from 3. We also won despite Trey not even scoring 20 points, but he still had a really good game for us. 19 points and 19 assists, with Middleton leading this team with 28 points. But we also had 7 guys in double figures, with 6 of those scoring 15 or more points. Just a really good team win. Also, Okongwu was really good. He actually took a couple of centers off the dribble. He has some sneaky athleticism that next year we might have to incorporate a little more into the bench game plan. You also didn't really see a highlight of him. I'm pretty sure you didn't see a single one throughout the whole video. So sorry about that. As for the Pelicans, you probably had zero idea that Ingram scored 42 and Zion scored 30. And even I didn't know that Lonzo had 29 and 10, and I played the whole game. But hey, we're up 1-0, so we've taken home court advantage from them, and we still have another game to play in New Orleans. But if you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. I'd greatly appreciate it. If you didn't like it, leave a dislike. And I have a question. For the NBA Finals, do you want me simcasting, a couple like Game 2 and maybe playing the fourth quarter and then playing all of Game 3, simcast part of Game 4, that kind of thing? What I've been doing for the rest of the playoffs. Just let me know your opinion on that in the comments if you made it this far. And y'all have a good one.